Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and Rand Paul has once again devastated Tony Fauci. And I think that we're going to stop calling him Anthony. I think Tony, his gangster name, is much more appropriate and really something that should be shined upon triple mask Fauci. And I joke about triple, it's just double. Don't want to get fact-checked. But fortunately, this is actually all over the media, which I'm happy about. People are calling him out. And here's the deal. Will we wear a mask forever? This is the top story over the Daily Mail. I have a love-hate relationship with the Daily Mail, but at least they're putting it at the top story. Rand is starting to trend. And here's the deal. I got to be very careful with the YouTubans. And why is that? Because I don't want to get hit for medical misinformation. That's a real fear. So what I'm not going to do on YouTube is play the entire exchange. I'm not going to play any of it. If you want to watch that, you will have to make a free account and transition over to rockfin.com/Jason Burmis at the end of this video. We are going to cover not only this story, we're going to read some of the things said, of course, but we're going to show you something that came from one of my viewers pre-Christmas. And I got to tell you, shout out to William Houston. It was just before Christmas. I'd kind of forgotten about it. Sometimes I'm very bad at getting back to people. There's a ton of DMs I get. But this gentleman, actually from the 607, shout out to upstate New York. He's in the Endicott region, okay? He actually went out and did an FOIA in New York State saying, what documents do you have? And we're going to read the whole thing, showing that masks work. This was in April. He sent this out, okay? So he sends this out in April. Okay, I'm getting text after text out of nowhere over here. Sends this out in April, and he doesn't get a response, this is April 2020, until December. Now, I want you to think about that. Almost 8 months to respond as to whether or not, they have any documentation that show that quote-unquote masks, especially the cloth ones, we're not talking about the N95s, work. Okay, so we're going to read that. I'm hoping that we're not going to get hit for medical misinformation there. And then by the time we actually transition to Rockfin, okay, what we're going to do is, of course, why would the desktop be available? My goodness. Excuse me. We're doing live tech stuff on the air. If you didn't notice, I was like 5 minutes late. There we go. We're going to play the entire exchange, not even just this 6 minutes, between Fauci and Rand Paul. So I want everybody to check that out as well, okay? And again, it's going to have to be a Rockfin exclusive. Man, I had it all queued up on this, and now I'm going to have to queue it up again. It won't be that tough, but we'll do it live over at Rockfin. But there he is. He's the double masker-do. He's double masker-do Fauci. He's the dude. We love him. And I want to thank the people tipping over at Rockfin right now. Jesse, just so you know, says, we all need more Rand Paul in our lives. Wish we had someone like him here in Canada, a.k.a. Canuckistan. Keep spreading the message, Jason. Thank you. Well, this is another thing I want to talk about, too. Why are we talking about Rand Paul as the only candidate for president in 2024? Forget about Trump. He failed. He tried to fight back, I guess. There were certain policies I liked, but at the end of the day, Assange is still in prison. My peeps are still out in D.C. right now, a militarized D.C. Operation Warp Speed is a go! Okay? And we got to be very careful about what we say about the V word. About the V word while we're still on the YouTube platform. Okay? That's why we're going to transition over to Rockfin, because they use the V word. And I'm trying to be funny about it, but it's just unbelievably insane what's been going on with all this censorship. So this is, once you click the article, okay, like I said, we'd read some of this. Angry Dr. Fauci says V-worded people are still at risk for variants after Senator Rand Paul accuses him of wearing 2 masks just for show. Actually, he called it theater. He called it actual theater. It is not theater. I watched the 6-minute clip. We're going to watch the full shebango of Rand Paul and Tony Fauci. Hey, Tony! Huh? Hey, Tony. Yeah, you remember when this guy over here, he's just getting it now? Huh? He said, we're the De Niro Pacino team. That's who Weez is. Me and the Fauci. We're Fauching it up. Meanwhile, they've made all this stuff about sexual assault allegations with Cuomo and really tried to divert any attention from the nursing home scandals, the deaths. Now, it's not, and the thing is, a lot of people think that's just Cuomo. No, it was an East Coast policy. And you all know, if you've seen my Rockfin stuff, the scandal continues. By the way, not even 100 thumbs up over here on YouTube, almost 6 minutes deep. Get them in while you can. Get those thumbs up. Because, guys, by about minute 10, we're probably rolling over to the Rock Finnington. So I hope you have that free account. I hope you have that free account, because I need to move you over to a platform that will actually let you see, okay, because we don't know that you'll get to see it here. Dr. Fauci, Lord Tony, as I like to call him, Lord Tony, speaking in front of a Senate hearing. That you don't get to do that anymore. Senate hearings have been no, Jason, no. And anyone who thinks I'm joking about that, let me explain something. I'm not joking about that. That's a no-joke situation. So here we are. I still haven't submitted an appeal, because it's still so gross. But just so people understand, that's a man at a Senate hearing talking about a drug. We'll just say that, a drug that may help people, according to this clinical trial. You can find out about it. Again, don't want to say the drug. Don't want to talk about real solutions. Don't want to talk about the censorship on YouTube when they canceled that, right? We can't do any of that. That the video is unavailable. And we're on strike too, right? I have someone saying Rand Paul is a moron in the chat. Rocco from California. Let's show his comment. Let's let him troll a little bit. We do ban trolls here, by the way. Rand Paul, the moron, huh? The one guy standing up for my freedoms. The one guy actually who has a medical license, whose dad was a doctor, whose dad stood up for my freedoms, who's spoken out against this insanity from its inception, who isn't wearing a double mask at the hearing. Yeah. Oh, and you anti-V words are funny. Not an anti-V word. Sorry. You know what's really funny for this guy? I bet you he thinks this is hilarious. In fact, I'm almost sure he thinks it's hilarious, because I'm sure he's so knowledgeable. This guy, I'm sure he thinks it's hilarious. And we played this video. We won't play it here again because we're on YouTube. Oh, 4 days after the second. Oh, 30. Totally healthy? You want to watch your father cry? Yeah, that was fun. We really had fun doing that. Real moronic. Oh, what's this over here? Wait a minute. No. This can't be true. Oh, let's reload it. It's just, that's probably why. The fact checkers, this just can't be true. I love how it jumped down to the bottom here. Huh. Wow, 82%. Really? New outbreak after the V word. That's so weird. That's, I bet you this guy right here, he likes freedom bracelets. That's what he likes. He wants to wear a freedom bracelet. Rocco, you like freedom bracelets? You want to be quarantined for 2 weeks going to Israel? Is that what you like? Maybe he wants a higher risk of HIV infection. Rocco's awesome. He's the man. He's like, let's do it. Boopity boop. Higher risk of HIV infection. Boom. Win-win for everybody. Hey, Rock. They did have all those false positives in Australia, and they did halt those. Huh. Wow. Good for Rocco. Well, guys, we've been going for about 10 minutes, and we want to get to the coup de grace of this video. Okay? We want to get to, the meat and potatoes of this video, which we're going to do. We're going to play the Fauci Rand Paul exchange. And after this exchange, guys, again, if you have any other candidate, why not get a Paul Gabbard ticket? Tulsi, I'm talking to you, Tulsi. Get on the phone with Rand the man, please. You know, get on that anti-war free speech train. Let's let Assange out. Okay? Let's stop with the medical martial law and the lockdowns. Let's go with actual science. Let's talk about studies like this that don't even use the same thing I got banned for, you know, but we want to remind people that, you know, this one in Oxford, you know, this study, you know, a cheap steroid worked 90% of the time. 90% of the time. Look, 28-day study period. Yep, sure did. Stopped urgent care, stopped hospitalizations by 90%. Also, if they took it in inhalation form, because we do real solutions here, they had a quicker resolution of fever symptoms and fewer persistent symptoms over a month. $5. 5 to 20. I mean, you don't have insurance. It could cost you 20 beans. I'll tell you what, Rocco, you get it and you need some, I got the 20 for you, bro. I got it for you. So thumbs the video up on the way out, YouTube, because this is where the story ends for you. If you want to support this show, you can make the premium account because you just need the free one to come join us. But the premium account at Rockfin actually helps me out. And then you get a Netflix for creators. Okay? So with that being said, get ready to buckle up, Rockfinners, because what we're going to do is get in on old Tony and Rand Paul. And for the rest of you, I love you. And hopefully I'll see you on the flip side over at Rockfin right now.